Okay. Hast du schon?
Ja.
Okay. Welcome to Dirksón Photography. My name is Dirksón, and today I'm not going to take any pictures. I'm going to talk about the camera gear that I use. And I want to talk today about one camera lens, the Canon EF 50mm f1.2 L lens. This lens costs about 1,300 euros, and it's one of the most famous camera lenses that you can get for your camera. It's very famous for wedding photographers. So if you one day want to be a wedding photographer, you will probably have this lens. I actually love shooting with the 50mm lens. I use the f1.8 STM version. This camera lens costs 120 euros. And it's my favorite lens of all lenses that I have. And it's even the cheapest lens that you can buy for a full frame camera. And yet it gives very great image quality. And I thought I used this lens so much, it's time to upgrade. And of course it's the 1.2 that I looked at. I got the lens for one day or for 2 days, and I spent one day in another city called Magdeburg. I took it out on the streets and took pictures of the people on the streets anywhere. And actually I was near a city center, so the surrounding was not so nice. But with the camera and the lens I could shoot at f1.2, which I did nearly all of the time. I wanted to take a look at how does the lens perform at f1.2 and what images will it give me in comparison to my 1.8 lens, which costs 1,000 euros less. So I was very surprised because I was shooting the camera with only one hand because I had another camera in the other hand shooting video. And I shot at f1.2. Now I read very many reviews of this lens, and many said it's difficult to focus accurately at f1.2. And actually nearly all of my images were 100% on point with the focus. So the camera and the lens worked perfectly together, and I was very positively surprised about the image quality and the autofocus quality of this lens. So actually I wanted to buy this camera lens. Then I was back home, I looked at the pictures and I thought they look very similar to those from the cheap 50mm f1.8 lens. I couldn't see much difference. Although the pictures were great, the image quality was great, it was very much, let me say 85% of what my cheap camera lens could do. And then I didn't upgrade. Instead I bought the 135mm lens, which we will take a look at sometime. But what I want to give you is the experience that usually we always look for the next best thing, the greater lens, the greater camera, the newer camera, the more expensive stuff. And yet we don't need that. We can get great results with what we have, even if it's the cheapest camera lens that you can buy. That's it. Okay.
You and me,
like the king and the queen, living more than just life and above the dream.
you and me,
Build up the love for lifetime, we're above the skyline, angels fly beside us.
you and me,
Went from boy and girl to wife and husband, finally life became
you
fantastic.
and me,
The lovers couples can meth with, take love like addicts. Without you I panic, without you I couldn't handle this stuff in my heart. Cause I had to separate those who fuck and who love. Cause most smiles ain't real, last words get lost. And you have found the love I want, and it's worth all costs.
you and me,
Like the king and queen, living more than just life and above the dream.
you and me,
Like the prince and the princess, and we love each other even though we've been dressed.
you and me,
Like the husband and the wife, making life so precious without money, but a child.
you and me,
The lovers couples can meth with, take love like addicts. Without you I'll panic.
the king for my kingdom, the prince for my bed. This is what I found in you, the father for my child, the boy in my past is you.
Alright, now close my eyes and remember remember you. When you're gone I have to depend on you. So when you leave I'm left with just some of your pictures, but I can't talk to them, neither squeeze them like I did. Yeah, I'm the baby, you're my mother beside me. Protect me at night, even in my dreams you guide me. Life was nothing until you gave sense to it, and as long as we're together there's no end to it. Now I love you from the bottom of my heart. I say I love you from the bottom of my.
You and me,
Like the king and the queen, living more than just life and above a dream.
you and me,
Like the prince and the princess, and we love each other even though we've been
you
dressed.
and me,
Like the husband and the wife, making life so precious without money, about a child.
you and me.
Like the boy and the girl, live and enjoy their new world, and nothing else first but you.
I love you, I love you, I love you, love you, I love you, I love you. The king for my kingdom, the prince for my bed. This is what I found in you. The father for my child, the boy in my past is you.
When we got ourselves here, the world don't matter. Doing work on leisure without a goal, there's no pleasure.
I love you from the bottom of my.
Go from life till death, until the time will rest. I'll be forever hanging at your chest.
I love you from the bottom of my heart. You and me,
Like the king and the queen, living more than just life and above the dream.
you and me,
Like the prince and the princess, and we love each other even though we've been
you
dressed.
and me,
Like the husband and the wife, making life so precious without money, about a child.
you and me.
Like the boy and the girl, live and enjoy their new world, and nothing else first but
I
you.
love you from the bottom of my heart.
Vom Licht ganz schön ist. Es gibt ein sehr schönes Licht. Bleib einfach